I'm Michael Boldick, and I'm a strategist, and I use strategies to help people solve difficult problems and help them achieve their goals faster and easier than ever before. And today we're going to talk about the 5 steps on how to teach effectively. I remember a time in my past when I wanted to learn the Thai language, and I signed up for this Thai language school, and I remember going and sitting down with that teacher. It was one-on-one. And then she started to teach me Thai and just telling me all these Thai words fast and very fast, and I couldn't barely understand, what I was learning, but she was so quick about it, and I came out of that class without learning anything. And I realized there's something wrong with this method of teaching because I didn't learn anything, and I paid all this money to learn how to speak Thai. And it wasn't until I modeled this person, I met this foreigner who lived in Thailand, and he spoke fluent Thai, and I asked him, I said, well, how did you learn to speak Thai? And then he started telling me step by step how he did it. And later on, I learned this 5-step formula to teach other people effectively. So when you're teaching someone, it doesn't really work if you just tell them what to do really quickly, because chances are they're going to forget what they've learned, or they're not going to apply it, or they won't understand what they've just learned. So instead of doing that, let me show you a proven formula that will help you teach much more effectively than you've ever imagined before. Now, the first step of teaching effectively is to be explicitly clear. What is it that you're teaching and why is it important? So whatever you're teaching, whether it's a computer or you're teaching somebody to speak a new language like English or Japanese or Thai, then you need to have a purpose why it's important. 80% of success in the other person to making sure that they apply what they learn is having a big enough why. The motivation to learn. Why are you learning? Because I've heard of many people who signed up for these English learning course in Japan, but they never took action and never really learned it because they didn't have a big enough why to really use the English language. You got to set yourself goals. Like, for example, why do you want to learn English? Will you make more money? Will you be able to go to other countries and speak English with that country that you visit? You gotta have a big enough why to learn. It's not what you learn, but why you learn it. That's step number 1. Now, step number 2 is to use a metaphor. In other words, we don't want to just tell them the step-by-step procedure of how to actually learn, but give them a comparison, a metaphor that will help them to understand the concept much faster. Now, a metaphor could be simply something like, our thoughts are like seeds of a tree. In other words, if you plant an apple tree and you plant a seed, and then you water that seed, and you give it sunshine, and you pull out the weeds, and you really take care of that tree, eventually it will grow, and it will give you some beautiful red or green apples, or whatever tree you imagine, and you'll be able to eat that apple and enjoy it. See, our thoughts, whatever we think about, whatever thoughts that we nurture over and over again, is like an apple tree. We plant thoughts, our thoughts grow, and then we create our reality based on those thoughts. You see what I just did? I compared the apple tree to a thought. Now you understand that our thoughts create a reality just like a seed makes an apple tree grow. That's a metaphor. And you can use these metaphors to teach practically anything. And then once you give them that metaphor, that's step number 2, then you go to step number 3. Now, step number 3 is you demonstrate the step-by-step process. So, for example, if you're teaching somebody, let's say, how to use a Word document in the computer, then how would you do that? Well, first of all, you would show them how to open it. You would show them how to open a new file, and then you would show them the features and make a demonstration. Show them first by doing it. Don't just tell them what to do, but show them. And then what you need to do, once you've demonstrated, explain to them step by step how you did it. This is critical. Don't generalize. Be very specific. Here's step number 1. Here's step number 2. Here's step number 3. And clearly lay it out for them so they're crystal clear how to do it. I was teaching someone just recently how to create an audio from their Apple computer. And they were asking me, well, how do I do that? I said, here's step 1. Open this program on your computer. And then once you open it, I'm going to tell you what to do next. And then press the file and go to new, and then I taught them step by step. They were able to do it because the instructions were super clear. Now, once you've done that, then watch them do it. Ask them to do it and observe them doing it. Are they doing it correctly, or did they make a mistake? You see, because once you've observed them doing it, then you can give them feedback, which would be step number 5. So observe them doing it, step 4, And then if you watch them and they're doing something that's not right, then say, here, oh, you messed up there. You need to do this instead. And that's the way we teach people much more effectively. If my Thai teacher had taken the time to follow those 5 steps, she would have been such a great teacher instead of just dumping all this Thai language on me. So make sure you apply those 5 steps. And if you do that, you'll be able to teach much more effectively than ever before. This is Michael Bolding, signing off, saying you can do it to your success and happiness. Bye for now.